Okay, so the things that we need for the mandala are in the handout folder. So you need to go there and open up semester 1 and get the mandala project folder and drag it to your desktop. And then in there is a template, and we're going to use this template. There's also instructions, and there's 2 sets. There's one set, and that was the original instructions that I found on the internet. And then I kind of changed it a bit, and I think I made it easier because I took some of the steps out where I could. So, I would probably recommend looking at these instructions if you want to follow, along on your own. I've just changed the instructions too because in the older version of Photoshop, we had the settings for the magic wand adjusted a little differently. We found first period when we were working that it wasn't working as well. It wasn't grabbing as nicely as it had been. So we adjusted it to fix it. So if you grabbed the instructions before I changed it, just when you get to using the magic wand, you're going to set your tolerance to 16 instead of 0. That's really the only change, and other than that it'll be the same. So you can open this and follow along if you want to. You don't have to. You can just follow along with me if you want to do that. Now go ahead and open the Section 8 template in Photoshop, and then open up whatever photograph you want to use in Photoshop. Don't drag it in though. Keep it separate. So you want 2 files basically, your photo and the template. Now if your photo is really large, you probably want to make the photo a bit smaller first. That way you won't have to do so much free transforming, for a huge picture. So, turn your rulers on, view rulers. Also, while you're at it, unclick snap, and that way you'll be able to line up your pictures better because snap will try to move them for you. It's harder to get things exact when you have that on. It tries to snap to the grid even when you don't have the grid on. So unclick snap, and then if you need to make your picture smaller, if it's really big, go to image size and make sure that these buttons are all clicked, and then just drop the size down. So I'm going to go ahead and drop mine to about maybe 12. And I know that it's going to come in smaller because the resolution here is 72, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to drag and drop. I'm going to actually do a paste into option. So the very first step that I need is to have the picture, the photograph, needs to be selected. So there's a couple ways to accomplish that. One is to command click in the layer panel on the little tiny thumbnail picture. So I'm not clicking the actual photograph, I'm clicking the little mini thumbnail. Command click. Oh, first unlock your background layer though. So double click, unlock it, click OK, and then do your command click. And that gives you the selection marquee. Now the other way to do that, I'm going to deselect, and I'll do it this way. You can go to select and you can choose all, and that will grab too. Now I'm going to copy so that it's in the clipboard. So edit, copy, or command C. Next, click your template so that it's active, and grab your magic wand and set your tolerance for 16. And keep the anti-alias and the contiguous buttons, keep those selected. Those should be checked. And I believe they are by default, so you should be fine. And then go ahead and use the magic wand and click on the very first topmost red little pie slice piece to select it. Next, go to edit and choose, instead of normal paste, we're doing paste special, and we're using paste into. And what that does for us is it makes a mask and it places the image. So you guys should kind of see this as kind of like our postcards, very similar. And then we're going to adjust the photo so that we're showing the part of it that we want to see. And so I'm going to do a free transform, Command T, and I'm going to grab the corner holding Shift, and I'm just going to size that smaller. And I'll set it, where I want the picture to be. Make sure you don't see any red at all. So you don't want any of that little pie slice to be there. Okay, now because you've resized this picture and you might have rotated it, we need to copy this new version again. And once we copy it once, we're not going to have to copy it again. So we're going to go back to it and we're going to Command click, not the mask, but the little tiny thumbnail. You need to get that selection marquee around it. And now just do a copy again. So Edit, Copy, or Command C. Now deselect, Command D, and click the background layer again so that you're no longer on your photograph layer, but you're on the template again. Grab your magic wand and select the next piece of the template, the black pie piece. And we're going to do one of those paste into again, but then we're going to flip horizontal and we're going to rotate -45. So here's how you do it. You do Edit, Special, Paste into, Edit, Transform, Flip horizontal, and finally Edit, Free Transform, and we're going to let the computer rotate exactly -45, and we're going to do that by typing in -45 right here. So can you guys see where I am? I'm the third box over from the right. So just get rid of the 0.00 and type -45. The negative symbol is right next to the 0 on your keyboard. And then you can click the check mark. And grab your Move tool, and you're looking for the symmetry. So you're looking at kind of a mirror image. So move your picture around until it comes together as perfectly as you can get it. And then you've finished that step. Now the next one is going to be the same thing, except you're not going to flip horizontal. So, and you don't need to do any more copying. So you're done with copy. All you're going to be doing is pasting into and rotating for this particular one. But I'm going to pause this, I'll catch everybody up, and then we'll continue. Okay, so next step is going to be to go to the background, grab the red piece of the template with the magic wand, and go back and do your paste special. So it's Edit, Paste Special, Paste Into. And this time we're not going to flip horizontal. All we're going to do is rotate -45. So you're going to do Edit, Free Transform, and you're going to type in your -45. And you'll click the check mark. And you'll go ahead and move it so that it's mirroring. It's going to mirror a little differently for this particular one because you're doing, the next section. But just try to line it up as good as you can so that it's just right, in the right position. The last one, you do the same, kind of the same step, except you are going to flip horizontal, and instead of -45, it's -90 for this one. So I'll go ahead and continue, and then I'll pause and I'll help anybody who needs help. So I'm going back to the background. I'm using my magic wand on that last piece. I'm going to edit, paste special, paste into. I'm going to do my flip horizontal, so edit, transform, flip horizontal, and then edit, free transform, and -90 instead of -45. And click the check mark. And then position.